Welcome back to another episode of the Toy News Roundup. And if you're hearing a ton of noise outside, it's because they're doing construction right outside my house. And it's going to be like that for a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. Images have popped up for a new deco for the Paleotrex? What's his name? Paleotrex Deluxe Kingdom figure. If you're not familiar with the character, he transforms from the bones of a T-Rex into this ugly nightmare fuel creature. This new deco is a mixture of purple with clear purple parts with a couple silver highlights kind of thrown around like on the shoulders and on the face mask. And it looks super cool. I really dig it. But then again, purple's my favorite color, so it's easy to say, hey, I love it because it's purple. You notice the head of the figure is supposed to resemble the mace that the original Optimus Primal held in his hand. You know, the first toy. So, you know, buying it, the head, since it is a weaponizer type figure, it comes apart into pieces and you can use it to armor up characters. The head being the actual mace that Optimus Prime can hold, which is a nice throwback to the original figure. But it seems kind of stupid to me to have to pay $20 just to get this mace accessory to make your Optimus Prime look more complete. Totally stupid. But now, hey, now you can have two maces, a purple one and a bone-colored one. He still looks really cool, though. So the rumor is that he's actually going to be part of a multi-pack of like 2 to 3 figures or maybe even more. But that's all we got so far. We don't know any of the details. Does look pretty rad, though, I have to say. Depends on who else comes in the pack. Sentinel, if you're not familiar with that company already, they're the ones that are making those Iron Man-esque armors for all the Marvel characters. You know, we had the Iron Man, the Iron Spider, the Iron Captain America. There's an Iron Deadpool. And now they had their pre-orders out. They had prototype images of this before, but now these are fully painted and ready to go. Pre-orders are out for the new Marvel Fighting Armor Wolverine. So it's Wolverine in a suit of armor made by Tony Stark. And it's pretty. They're still doing that thing with the face mask where they just kind of cover the mouth, which I really feel like they could have done better. Other than that, I mean, it is a gorgeous looking figure. And hey, look, it even has repulsor cannons in his hand. So now Wolverine can fire blasts on top of cutting people up. So the figure is 6.5 inches tall, which should scale with your Marvel Legends figures. It does have alternate hands, a base. It's made of plastic with a little bit of die cast, although I don't know what parts are die cast on it, but it does have a really nice metallic paint job to it, so it looks cool. Tell me why this is $95. That seems really overpriced. Now they're working the saw out there. You hear that? You wanna jump in on this, Grimlock? Make this even harder? Yeah, I knew you wanted to jump up here, you little... I love you too. Don't aim your butthole at the camera. So Super Impulse has put out some new items for pre-order. If you guys don't know, Super Impulse is that company that makes little tiny versions of everything, like mini arcade machines and tail in my face. They had the mini TMNT arcade game and a bunch of other stuff. Hey, Grimlock, you got rid of my camera. No, I love you too. Cover that butthole. I love you too. Anyway, so they have some new items for pre-order. They have the world's smallest Scrabble. Good luck trying to keep all those tiles once you open the thing. And the world's smallest operation. This should be something that all surgeons should have to do in order to get their license. To prove that they're not going to kill you. Moving on to some Diamond Select stuff. For anyone following their Avatar line, they have a new statue out. The first one was Katara with some pretty cool water effects. Now they're releasing a statue of Kano. No, what the fuck's his name? What was his name again? Zuko! Not Kano, that's right. With flame effects all over the place, and it looks real pretty. I actually like this better than the Katara one. I thought that they did a good job with this. This looks really nice. There's not much of statues, really, honestly. They're just pretty to look at. You can't really play with them. This is terrible. I think it's $24.99. Yeesh. So it's 10 inches tall, and it's $50. That's all there is to it. Say hi, everybody. You're not going to the laptop. So a while ago, Diamond Select got the license to make some Invader Zim toys, and they're finally out for pre-order. They're available to purchase, $24.99 each set. They come in sets, yes. So it's a total of 3 sets. Each set comes with 2 figures and a ton of accessories. So the first set will be Zim with Dib, with a hall pass, camera, a laptop, and Mini Moose, who's always been here. The second set includes Alien Zim, Gur, Toilet, B, and something, I don't know what that is, I don't remember that. And the last set has Dog Disguise Gur, a box of Bloaty's Pizza, Gaz, the pig that ruined Dib's life in that one episode, the Anger Monkey doll, and some other stuff. Anyways, I'm super excited. I'm a big fan of Invader Zim, although I recently had my Diamond Select Tron Goofy figure snap on me at the shoulder. It had really, really tiny joints. And looking at these, while they're very nicely sculpted and they look very faithful to the characters, have very, very tiny joints. And I'm very afraid that they're going to snap at the legs, the shoulders, the head, everywhere. They're very small joints. After having that happen, I'm very wary of picking up more Diamond Select stuff. Although I am very excited. I want them, but I'm scared. Last bit of news. Oh, dog. NECA has released images for their new Back to the Future wave. So far, they have Marty from Back to the Future 1, 2, Biff, Doc from Back to the Future 1, and Marty in the hazmat suit. I have 2 more figures coming out. This next one is Marty from the first movie, but in the scene where he starts to fade out of existence. And so he has a clear hand, and he's got a guitar, a bunch of stuff. Speaking of Back to the Future, for Valentine's Day, I got some kick-ass Back to the Future figures from my lady. I got Doc Brown from the first movie, and I also got Marty McFly from the second movie. And while I love them, absolutely love them, having these 2 together drives me nuts because canonically this does not make sense to me. At no point did these 2 ever interact with each other. This version of Marty and this version of Doc. I don't know why, but for me, it has to make sense in my display, and it just does not make sense to have these 2 together. And I really love this Marty, because I love the hoverboard, even though the hoverboard is a piece of trash. And I love the outfit, I love the reflective hat, the self-tying shoes, the Pepsi, I love it all. And I love this Doc, which, by the way, this is my second Doc, because the first one had his hands snap, thanks NECA. But just having these 2 together just doesn't make sense. And I either have to have the first Marty next to this Doc, or I need to have Doc from Back to the Future 2 next to this Marty, which sadly doesn't exist yet. Oh, but wait, NECA has released teaser images for their NECA has released teaser images for their new Doc figure. Ta-da! Doc from Back to the Future 2. So maybe I can have this make sense. Eat gift. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. That's all the news for this week. I'll catch you next time.